Hi, mums. This is what I call the lazy girl booty burn, and it's like the perfect 10-minute thing just to get the glutes firing. My back is slightly better now, so I can actually start training my lower body a bit more. So thanks for bearing with me. All right, come lie on your side. We're gonna go 90-degree angle with the legs. We're gonna start off literally just opening up the hip as much as you can without yoink tweaking the back. So we're trying to keep these hips really nice and stable. And then you're opening up as much as you possibly can. We're gonna go for as long as the burn feels good. So when we're doing this, I don't want you to think that your foot is leading the way. I want you to think that the knee is leading the way. And so you should start to burn at this point, and it should feel nice. When you're bringing that leg back in, you're trying to get as much control as you possibly can on the way back in. So not just flailing around, trying to open up as much as you can without opening that back and shifting the hips. Couple more. All right. Last 10 seconds. And we just breathe through the burn. And 3, 2, 1. Good stuff. Okay. Just give it a little rub. From there, we're going to extend that top leg out. We're keeping this in the 90-degree. We're going to point the toe when we come back, and we're going to flex the foot as we come forwards as far as you can go. Point as you come back, flex as you go forward. And when you're doing this, I want you to see if you can keep that foot that's moving back and forth in line with the hip bone. So it's not down here flexing back and forwards. We're trying to keep it up so that the glute is doing the work. And so same thing, when you do this, I don't want you to think that you're arching through the spine and that's what's doing the work. I want you to think that the bum is doing the work, because the bum should be doing the work. Good, we've got a few more seconds to go. And then having a nice bum isn't just like a Kim Kardashian thing, right? It's about the stabilization of the lower back. The glutes connect the pelvis to, oh, I forgot what I was going to say now. Someone walked in. Okay, well, that thought is gone. Mom brain. Good. All right, few more. I hope that this is either a break for you or your bum is really, really burning. All right, last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And then from there, you're going to extend that down. What we're going to do is we're going to lift up like this. We're going to come forwards with as much control as possible, lift back as much control as possible, and then touch back down. Okay? It seems so simple, but I want you to really now think about pointing the toe and as much control as possible as we're lifting that leg forwards and back. All right, this is the lazy girl because we're lying on our side booty burn. And my goal in this is so that you can feel those glute muscles. We can help stabilize through the back. We're strengthening that lower portion of our pelvis. And what other benefits are we getting? A really nice bum. Which, you know, if you remember back to one of my earlier videos, I was talking about how you can get a bit of a flut when you're pregnant. And that's kind of what this is. We're trying to combat the flut. All right, last 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're going to switch over and do the same on our other side. So make sure you're nice and comfy. All right, legs at 90, trying to open up. Ooh, there we go. So this is kind of like a sideways fire hydrant. So as you can see, my foot doesn't touch the other foot. It's my knee opening up as much as my hip can go. And if you're not as flexible as I am, it might look like that you're only opening out to here without the hip opening and then closing it back up. If you're finding this super easy, you can connect a band around the knees. Another option is to hold here and then control as slow as you can back down. Okay, so a couple of different variations for you just to wake up that glute. And what you might experience is
that the side that is working on the bottom that has just already worked, so I just worked out my left side, I put my weaker side first, so that what happens is, because you're still stabilizing, because it's just worked and moved, it might be burning already. So your lower leg might be burning. All right, we got about 10 more seconds. Try not to rest at the bottom. We got a really short workout today, so just try and do it, even though it really burns. All right, last 3, 2, and 1. Good stuff. Extend that top leg out. You're going to flex the foot forwards and then point the toe on the way back. I just hit a box. Flex and then point. So when you do that point, that is your glute squeezing. Your calf is also being activated and working. And then you're trying to keep that top leg in line with that top hip. Ding, ding, ding. And if you notice yourself swinging the whole body back and forth, I want you, as best as possible, try and stabilize with that bottom leg. Maybe think about engaging the pelvic floor ever so slightly. Think about drawing that core in to help stabilize you. Flex, point. Oh, my bottom leg is really burning. Burning wornies. Butt is on fire. Good. Okay, last couple seconds. Really good, really solid, and rest. Nice. Okay, so we're back here. We're lifting up as much as we can. We're touching down, and then we're going back out. So this is like a nice little booty warm up, but it's also just something that kind of ticks the box of, okay, I did some glute rehab. I managed to do this. I'm using my own body weight. And you're also thinking nice things about yourself. So if you think about a positive mindset, in other areas of our life, a positive mindset can be classified as like toxic positivity or just ignoring how you're feeling. But when it comes to the gym, I always want you to have a positive mindset. Or whenever it comes to your health and wellness journey, I want you to think about having a positive mindset as opposed to a self-deprecating one, or one where you're really hard on yourself. You always want to think about the good things that your body is doing for you, not how difficult or hard something is, because being mean to yourself gets us nowhere. And you want to think of, what would you say to your child, or what would you say to a good friend? Okie dokie. I talked for too long. Last one, and rest. Beautiful stuff. Okay, bring the knees together. We're going to roll onto our backs. From there, we're going to keep our hips, knees, and ankles all in one line. Knees are not allowed to touch each other. Engage through the pelvic floor, draw that belly down. We're going to drive our glutes up and then curl to come back down. We're going for 20. Curling back down. So remember that when we do this, we don't want to feel that arch in the back. We want to feel like we're driving through the heels. And so when we do that, we actually connect to the pelvic floor, because there's a direct fascial line from the heel into the pelvic floor. I also want you to think about relaxing the jaw. Exhale, drive up. And then think about the belly working as opposing forces. So as the hips drive up, your belly and your core are engaging at the same time. All right, let's go for 5 more. Remember, if you're at home and you want to take it up a notch, what you can do is add a band around the knees. Let's go for 2 more. Exhale, squeeze the bum. You should already be burning from that glute warm up. Last one. Brilliant stuff. You're going to cross your right ankle over your left knee. We're going to lift up, doing a single leg glute bridge. So I've moved my foot slightly closer to my bum. We're driving up. Exhale as you come up. Try and stabilize through the core. Hold for as long as you can. 3, 2, 1. Curl the spine to come down. Off we go again. Exhale, drive up. Stabilizing through that hip. Keeping the rib cage down. Squeezing the bum. Driving through the hip. Driving through the hip. And then controlling back down. Drive up. Exhale. Think about drawing that belly down towards the spine as you push the hip up towards the ceiling. Good. Exhale, drive it back up. Beautiful stuff. We've got 3 more. Drive up, exhale, squeeze, hold for as long as you can. No arching through the spine. 2 more. Exhale. Strong. Curl the spine to come down. Last one. Exhale. Squeeze the bum. Draw the belly down. And curl. Nice. We're going to cross the left ankle over the right knee. We're going to drive up. Exhale. So this is just to put our leg somewhere so you're not having to stabilize up here. If you prefer to keep the leg off of the knee, you can do that as well. Good. Sorry, come back down. Exhale, drive up, squeeze the bum, push the heel into the ground as much as you can. Try and be solid like a statue. Curl the spine to come down. Exhale, drive it back up. Lift through pelvic floor. See if you can hold on to that blueberry. Articulate down and drive back up. Exhale. We've got 4 more after this hold. One side might be stronger than the other. Curl to come down. I started on my weaker side. You probably feel it more on the weaker side, like it's harder to stabilize. Good. Curl to come down, come back up. We're trying to keep both hips even in one line. Curl the spine. Last 2. Exhale, drive up. Curl and come down. Last one, drive up. Exhale. Curl and come down. All right, coming onto all fours. We're going to do the same thing that we did side lying, but now we're on all fours. So now you have to stabilize more with your shoulders and more with your core. If you feel like wrists are an issue, you can just go back to side lying. All right, hips, knees, wrists are all in line with each other, like a set of train tracks. Inhale, relax your tummy. Exhale, lift through the core and pelvic floor. Left hand, right hand, left knee, all really press into the floor. Extend the right leg out. Just pull your chin and your neck back so you're in one straight line. I'm going to lift my right leg up. We're going to come up and over. So you're up and over and then back. So when you're doing this, you're using the glute. You are not doing it from the low back. So what we don't want to see is lots of arching through the spine, shoulders, hips, all working together, stabilizing. So what I mean by we don't want to see lots of moving is I don't want it to be this. I don't want you wiggling around from the spine. Slight rounding through the spine. Last 3, 2, 1. Bend the knee. Knee stays in line with the hip. Flex the foot. Drive your heel towards the ceiling. Control back down. We're not putting the knee on the floor. We're keeping it in line with the hip and the shoulder. Extend up. Control. Extend up. Lots of control. So really stabilizing through the core, the shoulders, everything. And then once we do this on the other side, you are done for the day. And that's 10 minutes of work. And you did it. You got the lazy girl booty burn. All right, last 10. 9, micro movement. 8, 7, no arching through the spine. Keep that tummy really nice and tight. 2, 1, rest. Swapping sides, right arm, right knee, all stabilizing, pressing into the mat. Extending the left leg out, slight rounding through the spine. Keep that tummy engaged. Point the toe, we lift up. We go up and over the right foot. Come back over the left, back in line with the left shoulder. Up and over, as much control as possible. This isn't happening through the lower back. It's happening because of the glute. And if you're like, I don't know where my glutes are, just imagine that the muscles in the bum are doing the work.
Sorry, someone walked into the gym at this point and was talking, so that's why I'm not saying anything. Keep doing what you're doing.
All right, last couple reps. 3, 2, 1. Good stuff. Okay, bending that knee. Knee in line with the hip and the shoulder. Kicking the heel up towards the ceiling. All you. Last 30 seconds of work today.
Ooh, this side is a bit, doesn't know where it's going.
Good. Try and arch through the spine. One side might be a little bit stronger than the other. That's okay. We want to feel nice, sweet burn. Micro movements. Last 3, 2, 1. Rest. Good stuff.
Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.